So here we are. I am here at my house, my garden. I'm going to show you my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful garden. It's full of bees. Bees harvesting the pollen. There's tons of bees. Tons of honey bees. You see them? Tons and tons. Look at that. They're all over. There's all kinds of stuff. They're in there. Just doing their thing. It's pretty cool. I mean, the whole peppermint patch. Peppermint honey. I bet that's really good. I bet that's going to be really good wherever that hive's at. So many bees. Look at that. Mother Nature at work. Everybody doing their part. Even the butterflies are here. Isn't that cool? So there goes a red-tailed hawk too. He just went that way, looking for something to eat. Well, welcome to the Mind of Iggy here. I'm here with my peppermint patch behind me, full of the bumblebees and full of honeybees and all kinds of bees and little wasps and all kinds of cool little things and little flies. Everybody's here today. Everybody's getting and pollinating the flowers. So I'm here, just sitting here, just chilling after soccer practice and just contemplating and thinking about how things have been progressing since January 1st. For those of you who don't know, January 1st, it's just kind of one of those years that we all had great expectations and great hope for, and we still have those great expectations and hope. But like 8 days later, I came down with COVID-19. But I had the pneumonia version. I got pneumonia. Got sick. So as I'm looking here, and I'm looking at these bees doing their thing, and the wasps and the flies and all the little critters, the butterflies, and I'm thinking, even if you're not here, life continues and goes on. Sometimes we think ourselves bigger than we really are, and we're an important cog in the wheel, of course. But a lot of it also is understanding that we're only here for a season. We're here for a season. We're here for 50 years, 60 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, 1 year birth. It doesn't matter. Everybody has their moment that they have to experience Earth. So whatever we're called to experience here on Earth is really that's our journey. And the things that we do along the way is our journey. And so our journey is very unique, as every leaf, every flake, every blade of grass, everything is very unique in its own way. So I'm sitting here and thinking of the bees and how they just are going through their thing, doing their thing. They don't really mind me as long as I don't bother them. I think they're doing whatever they need to do and collecting what they need to collect. I remember as a kid, watching the bees, their little hind legs get completely full of pollen, and they would take it. But they're definitely going to town out here, and they're doing whatever. But they can't be too far off. Their hive can't be too far away from here. But anyway, it's good to see that. It's good to see the pollinators out. It's good to see. I'm glad that I didn't harvest my mint quite yet, and I know I probably won't get a lot of mint this year. Well, I got tons of mint, but I just felt like the bees really needed the flowers this year, and they needed to do their work. And I'll have time to get enough mint that I need, but it's beautiful to watch. You know, sometimes the hummingbirds come through here. Today is like the most bees I've seen in this garden. It's very beautiful. It's really beautiful to see how they're all just working in their own, minding their own business, doing their own thing. And it's just beautiful. I'll show you. I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see. And I'll get a little close up. You see all the bees in there, guys? They're in there. There's a lot of them. There's the butterfly. Just doing what they do. And there's all kinds of bees here. They're not just one any particular kind. There's little wasps, little teeny bees. They're all just doing their work. Sometimes they get in each other's way. Like I said, they're in here. Look at that baby. Look at that one. See that wasp? It's even getting some pollen too. That's pretty cool. Tons and tons of bees. And a black wasp in there as well. And a butterfly. Here's the butterfly gang. Here's my butterfly gang. Butterflies. And they're getting so top heavy, they're starting to fall over. It smells really good too. And there goes a rabbit. This is my wormwood. And that's Lulu over there. Making sure I'm okay. But look at all the bees. Look at all those bees in there. Look at that black wasp down there. You see a black wasp? You see it? That's a blue wasp. Wow, what a pretty one. And they're all sharing, you know. They know there's plenty to go around. Plenty to share with the next group, you know. No one's fighting over territory. Nobody's fighting over a particular plant. You know, there's plenty to share, plenty to go around. Hopefully we can learn lessons from nature and do similar things where we take what we need, use what we need, and not necessarily grab everything because we have a scarce mentality. Sometimes we hoard things, you know. They talk about people hoarding things, but you know, governments are notorious for hoarding and creating and putting things in a certain, you know, warehousing them and stuff because they know there's going to be someday it's going to be a cloudy day. So what's the difference between us doing that, you know, and hoarding and putting it away? It's not like it's going to be scarce because we can have scarce mentality. Our mental thinking and our mental processing is very powerful, very important. How we approach life, how we move through life. We can have limiting beliefs about ideas and things that we want to accomplish, but sometimes we ask the wrong people to give us validation, to give us an opinion, who are not qualified. And that's the word, is qualification, to give us an opinion. Now, I've said this before. If you want someone to give you an answer, then ask them how they feel about something versus what they think about something. Everybody can think about how they think about things, but how they truly feel about it is one thing, because there's emotions attached to that. Now, in life, life is, it's one of those things. It's about a speck, about a tiny speck we are in this universe. And, we're here and we leave an indelible mark. We leave an indelible mark with the people who we care about, the people that we love, the people that we engage with, the people who change our heart. In the same token, there are people who break our heart. There are people who violate our space, people who cross us, but you know what? Knowing that, and that they're no longer in our space, then we don't even need to worry about them anymore. They're gone. They're no longer here. The only thing you can do is prepare for round 3, to the next friendship or relationship that you have to work on. We go through friendships and we go through relationships because we're people, we're human. And, we're always trying to find new ways to connect and create relationships with people. And, part of creating friendships and relationships is actually getting out and meeting people and talking with people and sharing with people. Because that's the only way you're going to find out if you're compatible with anybody or if that relationship is going to work for you. The illusion that, people should be something different for you is an illusion. No one should pretend to be something they're not in order for them to become your friend. No, your friend is your friend. Your acquaintance is your acquaintance. I have a good buddy, Mike. We have these conversations all the time. How we place people in friendship categories, acquaintance categories, or friendship acquaintance, different kinds of way. And, it took me a while to figure that out, because it was one of those things that we just kind of sometimes hodgepodge put everybody into one big group, and then they don't necessarily fit in our group. Sometimes not everybody is supposed to be our friend. They're supposed to be in our lives, that's one thing, but not everybody's supposed to be our friend. We get hung up on stuff. Now, the acquaintance is somebody who's in and out. They're not really investing the time and energy to be your friend. And so that's what happens with acquaintances. They're just people who come and go. They just pop in or whatever. So when you make true friendships, it's because you're making true friendships too. It's a two-way street. You both are meeting each other in the middle. You're learning from one another. And, the cool thing about friendships is that you can walk away for a period of time, then you come back and pick up right where you left off. That's how you know when you're in a good, true relationship and friendship with somebody. When you can just step away, no particular reason, not because you're angry or mad, just because you're busy or something's come up or you've moved, but you come back and you pick up right where you left off. And I think that's really cool. That doesn't always necessarily happen with everybody. That doesn't always happen with all the people that we engage with in life. We try to be kind, we try to be fair and give people the benefit of the doubt. But not everybody's meant to be in your life. Not everybody's meant to be your friend. Not everybody's meant to be your business associate. And not everybody is going to like you, because a lot of it is because they don't see similarities in your behavior. They don't see similarities in stuff. And sometimes people just don't like people. Believe it or not, there are people who just don't really want to engage with people. They want to be part of the human race and work through that. But anyways, you're always going to find people, the right person. The right people are always going to come into your life. And even if it's a short time. And if it's for a short time, hey, great. If they're gone, great. I don't waste a lot of energy like I used to worrying about people disappearing or coming or going. I just figured, they're busy. They're doing what they got to do. What's the point? No one wants to be gotten. Nobody wants to be gotten. So don't be chasing people. Don't be like hunting people down. Why don't they call me no more? Well, it's not that they're not calling you. It's just things are just, they're busy. People are busy. People are doing their thing. And life is one of those things that keeps us going. Life is one of those things that spontaneously things will happen. Some days you just want to be by yourself and you want to be just having your own adventure and being where you need to be and not have to worry about anything. And there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. There's nothing wrong with having your own time and space, and have to worry. Life is to be what you want it to be. We dictate what happens in our lives. We dictate the people we share our lives with or don't share with. So life is like these bees, right? They're over here busy buddies doing their thing. They don't really worry too much about what the other bees doing because they have a goal, they have a mission, they have a plan, what they want to do. And for them, that's the important thing. That's the thing that they want to accomplish. So they're doing their due diligence to do their activity and their journey. And so as the bees are over here congregating behind me, and there's tons of bees in here, folks, inside my mint patch. And there's a lot of bees in there. And you don't even know what's going on underneath the ground. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on underneath the ground. This is just the aerial view of what's happening in this particular garden. Our garden's the same way. Sometimes our gardens that we till and these friendships we build takes time, takes years, it takes moments and experiences. My mint garden started with a few plants, a few plants that I just put here and there. And the next year, another few plants and some other ideas and some white sage and different things like that. And then this year, this is what I got this year. Boom, I got this. I got this big mint garden. Why? Why? Because I sowed the seeds. I sowed the soil. The plants that came before them, they died. And I got them in the ground. And I buried them. And I put them in there. I didn't just throw away the dead plants. I used the dead plants, covered it with soil, and just kept going. And next year's patch will probably be just as big as this one. But this is my mint patch, full of nature's goodness. And now look, over there, I'm going to show you. There's a hawk. There's a hawk. We're going to sneak, and maybe he doesn't fly away. Okay? He knows I'm coming. But if you look between the trees, right there, you see him? You see him right there? He's right there. He's looking for something to eat. He's right there. You guys see him? He's right there. Right there. He's right there. He's right on that bush. There he goes. Wasn't that cool? This is the kind of cool stuff that happens in my yard. In the city. I don't live too far from the river. But every time we destroy natural habitats, these guys move in here. I got this guy named Ratchilla. He's a cross between a rat and a chinchilla. I looked him up because I got a view of him. So that must have been somebody's pet that escaped and bred with a rat. And we got Ratchilla. But see, the hawk knew it was coming. The hawk's smart. The hawk knew it was like right around the corner there. That was pretty cool. Wasn't that cool? You don't always have to go down by the river or a park to find nature doing its thing. Right here, my gosh. In my own backyard. There's miracles happening every moment. Look up here. We start looking up. You can see the birds, the trees, the clouds. We share the same sky. Just a different view. Look at my dog. My dog Lulu. So, you get out of life what you put into it. It took me a long time to figure that out. It took me a long time to say, hey, you know what? I'm getting back what I put into it, the efforts I put into it. If you want more friends, if you want more acquaintances, if you want more relationships, in your life, you can't necessarily wait for somebody else to make the first moves, first steps. You may have to shake a lot of hands, say a lot of hellos, give a lot of hugs, and say a lot of goodbyes before you find those true people, those people that you can count on, or that significant other that you're looking for. You know, because life is like that. Just when you least expect it, miracles happen. And I believe miracles happen all the time. Sometimes we overlook them, or we just kind of walk past them, or we're the miracle when we come into someone's space that needs something. And it is good to be here. It's good to be here. And so I'm out here enjoying life. You know, it's simple. I'm in my swing, watching the butterflies, watching the bees, watching my dog, watching the nature. It's amazing. Got to see the red-tailed hawk over there. So that was my experience today in the Mind of Iggy. Watching nature do its thing, creation. I know I'm rambling, but this is the Mind of Iggy. So in my mind, I'm just exploring the possibilities and exploring what's in front of me. It's not always has to be positive or negative. It's just admiring the beauty, admiring what's in front of us, admiring just nature and the co-nature that we create together. You know, this is from my permaculture garden, this mint garden that went crazy this year, but it had a purpose though. Now it's feeding my bees. Feeding the bees. Feeding the bees. There they are. You can see them all in there. You see all the bees? Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, that's all I really have to share today. But I appreciate you guys popping in and hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll be doing a Iggy Garcia live here soon. I've just been kind of doing the pop-ups with the Mind of Iggy. It's simple, it's fast, and it's kind of where I'm in the moment. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Make happen what you need to happen. You make happen what you need to make happen. All right, enjoy this beautiful afternoon with this cool breeze that's hitting me right now. Just enjoying and loving and honoring. And Lulu and I, we will go back inside and do what we need to do. Hey, Lulu. What you doing, Lulu? Are you waiting for me? It's hot, Iggy. I need to get inside. I don't like it no more out here. Lulu's a black dog, and so the heat attracts to her quicker, so she's in the shade. But anyhow, guys, love you guys. It's good to be here. Ho'oponopono matakuyasin. I will see you next time on the Mind of Iggy. And we will see you soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And those kids going back to school, enjoy school year. And parents, you get to relax a little bit as your kids go back to school. Enjoy your time together. Enjoy the people that you love. Enjoy the people that you care. Enjoy the friendships you've created and fostered. Keep working on them. Keep challenge yourself to do better each day. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Peace and love.